Welcome to another edition of Awesome Thursday. How's it going? So, I have to work in 34 minutes, so hopefully I can get this filmed in that time, and hopefully I can edit in between calls. We'll see, but I'm aiming to have this up as quick as possible. So, hurrah! So jumping into our first story, giraffes are awesome. And by awesome, I mean more than awesome. Like, awesome doesn't even cover its level of awesomeness. So when a giraffe story falls into my lap, I just can't help but talk about it. Vivian, an 18-month-old female giraffe, she's at a zoo in Illinois. They've got her on the pill. And yes, when I say the pill, I mean birth control. But then everybody knows as soon as you say the pill, they assume we're talking about birth control. I guess they tried to feed her contraception mixed in with her food for about a month straight, but she refused to eat it. Who knew the giraffes could be slutty just like people? I think that's pretty awesome. It actually turns out that Vivian is the product of inbreeding. So they don't want her breeding with other giraffes so that her inbredness can mix with whatever and create some sort of monster giraffe. I don't know. It just, in my opinion, having a slutty giraffe, it just seems more entertaining. But that's just my opinion. It's Les Paul's birthday today, and in celebration, Google put up a nifty little virtual guitar thing, like they usually do. Remember when they were celebrating the anniversary of Pac-Man, and like you could play Pac-Man on Google homepage? It was pretty sweet. But anyways, this virtual guitar, it'll let you strum, record, and play back. So head on over to Google if you can before it's taken down, because it's a pretty sweet way to waste some time on the internet. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am not a fan of Ticketmaster. I feel like their fees are ridiculously high, and generally speaking, if I can find a way around it, I will not purchase from Ticketmaster. I will buy from someone who's already bought their ticket and is selling it off Kijiji or eBay. I'll go to record stores like Encore Records in Kitchener or Rotate This. I think Sonic Boom has it too in Toronto. And I'll buy my tickets that way and avoid the fees. I do not want to support that organization. The problem is when it comes to bigger shows. Hi Milo. The problem is when it comes to bigger shows like in amphitheaters that have different price levels for different seating. Record stores won't sell those tickets because it's too difficult to manage the different prices. So if it's all one price, you're good, but if it's not all one price, then where do you go? Ticketmaster and teamed up with Live Nation is pretty much the only spot, and because there's no competition, they can charge you whatever the frick they want. And that just drives me insane. So as I mentioned in last episode, Blink-182 is going on tour this summer. Tickets are now on sale. Low end, $77 and some change. $77, which includes an $18 fee. Like, okay, I understand, prices of things are going up. But I remember not too long ago when I'd pay $50, and that would get me on the floor, best seat possible. And that was Honda Civic Tour in 2007. $50 got me front and center for Fall Out Boy, Plus 44, The Academy Is, Paul Wall, and Cobra Starship. So, $77 for a crap seat? And that's $18 in fees. $18! That's ridiculous. That's 23%. Actually, it works out to be like 23.26 or 27 or 28. I don't know. But basically, 23% of my ticket is going in fees. What could you possibly need with $18 worth of fees? I want to see a breakdown. I want to know exactly who this money is going to. I'm not one of those little rich kids who lives at home with mommy and daddy and they pay my fare. If I go to this concert, I don't have groceries for a week. $77 with an $18 fee? Honestly, we need to rebel. We need to do something. Because this is out of hand. It's ridiculous. Like, I understand that people are downloading their music and you need to make your money there somewhere, but I'm not gonna go to a concert if I pay an $18 ticket fee on top of the actual ticket. That's disgusting. I'm outraged, and you should be too. In Tumblr-related news, they've changed their layout of their dashboard, and Tumblr users far and wide are freaking out. Like, legitimately freaking out. I don't understand why people get so up and ups about it. Like, if you use Facebook, which the majority of Tumblr users do, like, they change their layout every 3 to 4 months-ish, and people freak out every 3 to 4 months. Oh, new Facebook layout sucks! Change it back! You know they're not going to change it back. But however, personally, I think the new layout is great for people who run multiple blogs. Just because you can click on the blog at the top, and it's convenient. The downside to that, though, is that in order to see your messages for that particular blog, you have to click onto that particular blog's name, and then it'll show you all your posts that you posted on that blog, any comments or likes or anything, or reblogs you've gotten on those posts, as well as the side panel will have the number of followers for the blog, messages, and everything that you would have seen on the regular side panel for your dashboard. The difference, though, is that you don't really get any notifications. Well, I guess you never really got any notification stating that there are new messages in your inbox or your ask box. So unless you're clicking on that other, your blog name, which typically speaking I don't, you're not going to know you have a message. So it could potentially sit in your ask box for weeks before it gets answered. But other than that, it's really not that big of a deal. In all honesty, though, I think their time and money would probably be better spent finding out ways to improve their servers so that we don't get as many errors every time we try to click the next page, because it drives me insane. But hey, that's my opinion. My Tumblr shoutout of the week this week goes to fightingthepcsfight.tumblr.com. Basically, it's a woman who's documenting her struggles and triumphs while trying to overcome, or at least minimize, the effects of PCOS. For those of you who don't know, polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, it basically causes a hormone imbalance in women, and it also has a bunch of side effects that result in that really suck having to deal with on a day-to-day life, or day-to-day basis. It's something that I personally have to deal with, and it sucks. I don't know, I think it's really admirable this woman is willing to put herself out there, and, it's really easy for other women to relate. PCOS affects women between the ages of 16 and 45, I think. It causes weight gain, it screws up your period, it makes it incredibly difficult to conceive. There's a whole mess of symptoms and things that just suck. And it's really cool to be able to see, somebody be able to say, hey, you know what, I have this is what I'm doing to overcome it, and, you can see her good days, her bad days, it's not easy, but at the same time, it's possible. So, props to you, mon ami. I will continue to follow your blog, and I recommend anyone out there who has PCOS and Tumblr to check her out. The CMT Awards were last night. I don't have cable. Actually, even if I did have cable, I probably wouldn't watch them. No offense to country music. I actually don't mind country music. But, they were on last night, and according to my mom, it was a good watch. Not really sure when my mom's opinion came into importance for Awesome Thursday, but here you go, Mom. I don't even think she watches Awesome Thursday. Anyways, according to my mom, Justin Bieber won an award for his collaboration with Rascal Flatts. He kind of did this remake cover thing of their song That Should Be Me. And Shania Twain slipped and fell on TV. And that's really all I cared about. Why is it that Justin Bieber makes his way into Awesome Thursday so frequently? Anyone else notice that the curl is slowly falling into my hair throughout this show? Anyways, last up on my news docket, the artist responsible for Mike Tyson's tribal tattoo on his face is suing Warner Brothers, basically for the use of his design on actor Ed Helms in The Hangover 2, or Part 2. To avoid going to trial, Warner Brothers has stated that they're only going to use the image while the movie is in theaters, and for the DVD release, they're going to digitally remove uh, the tattoo design from Ed Helm's face and replace it with something else. So I guess it's kind of like a semi-victory for this guy. Does anyone else see this as a cash grab? Or is this just me? Like, honestly, that guy's getting promo for this friggin' sick-ass tattoo, but you're gonna sue Warner Brothers because they're using it? Like, since when is it really... Like, people go on the internet all the time and Google tattoos and say, I like that one, print it off, and get it done on them. So... what? Alright, well, that's pretty much all I found awesome this week. If you have suggestions for Awesome Thursday, please, with cherries on top, message me your submissions. Send them via Tumblr Ask. Send them via Facebook if you're my friend. Send them Twitter. I don't know, can you tweet people? I don't really know how that works. I have Twitter, I don't really use it though. Comment on my YouTube video. Something. I'm always looking for more things that are awesome. So if I can appeal to a wider audience and talk about things that you guys find awesome, not just me, then that's awesome. But yeah, as for always, this video is dedicated to my good friend Adam T. Siska.